Good morning. Money for Nothing, everybody. Welcome to the Money for Nothing show. Welcome to the weekend review. This is Modified Darvas Box, MDB, and we're coming at you here with another weekend review on Saturday, September 21st. It's 11:17 a.m. here in Miami, Florida. It's a lovely day out, and I hope you guys had a good week. A lot to cover this week. Like I did that little money for nothing. Yeah, it seems like we're getting a lot of money for nothing here in the market. Things are bullish. And, after the Fed meeting, I thought, well, maybe things are a little bearish now. You know what? After going through the charts, a lot of stuff looks bullish. I got a lot of bullish signals, and I think you're gonna see that when we get into the charts here. Okay, before I get into it, for anybody who's never watched any of my videos, I'm an independent trader, investor. I've been doing this for a very long time. I placed my first trade in 1995, and so I've seen a lot in the market. And what you're seeing here is I created a unique trading system based on the book, How I Made $2 Million in the Stock Market by Nicholas Darvas. And I've also added different concepts from the strategies as well, and also other concepts and ideas also. Never pass up a good idea if you see it. And what you see here is my system. We've got lots of colors on the charts and box ranges, etc. And these are all signals to help us make trading decisions, good trading decisions that make money. So different colors on the charts can mean different things. These light grays mean they're inside weeks. Inside bars are inherently 50-50. You trade them if depending upon the direction that they hit, up or down. But that's an example of how the market gives you signals. And as we go through the charts, basically I'm looking for signals, and then we figure out which ones to trade. And volume is very useful as a signal tool as well, in my opinion. So I've got my stocks here on 6 different lists. We're going to look at lists 1 through 4 and get into it, and we'll see what the market's telling us. But like I mentioned, when I went through here before the video, I was struck by all the bullish stocks and bullish signals. So we'll see how this holds up when you look at it. So AMZ, first one as always, the MLP index, oil and gas, income vehicles. This is good for an income portfolio. I talked about income portfolios in the prior videos. These are things which you put in there so that you get paid, every month or every quarter. And that steady stream of income is what, can enable you to be more of a trend follower in the market rather than a quick in and out trader, etc. Having a stream of passive income is something I think everybody needs to develop. But the AMZ here, which has some good vehicles in it, looks like it's going sideways. Didn't do all that much, but the Federal Reserve doesn't really impact them all that much. The rebound, the market did rebound on the Fed cutting by 50 basis points. And what we see here, market's been rebounding. So ARK-K, the only reason I have ARK is because it's got good examples of color signals. Yellow bars, yellow bar buy signal. Blue bars are bullish, sort of sit up and pay attention. Something might be happening. But we're trading the reaction to the signals. So signal, reaction. In this case, this blue one, signal, down reaction. Okay. This one, blue signal, upwards reaction. Okay. This here is a hammers and shooters. Shooters are inverted hammers, but those are also valid trading signals as well. So in this case with ARK, you can see valid bearish signal right there. What did it do? It sold down, and then we rebounded, no real signals, but now it's come to the top of its Darvas box. And you see, it thought it was breaking out, But nope, the market sold that off. That little sell-off is on some charts is enough to get some people who may be studying them to get a little nervous, to become a little hesitant, to doubt the bullishness, which I mentioned I'm seeing. And in fact, I doubted it a little too. But then when I really got into the charts and looked at them all, I'm like, no, I don't see it. So, and that's the difference between having, I think, a system with charting rules like I have versus just casually looking at charts and trying to make assumptions based on that. Oil is definitely a little bearish. This is BZJ. It's a proxy for oil. That had a negative box breakdown, but with a little bit of recovery. But that's definitely not an uptrend. Does this mean the economy's booming? Maybe not, but we're talking the main economy, not just like a sliver of tech and all that. But it also means if it's coming back a little, well, maybe the economy's steadying. Maybe the rate cut was a very good thing. Okay, now most traders are trading tech stocks, and for very good reasons, because tech stocks is where the action is. I mentioned last week there was a yellow bar buy signal. Okay, very bullish in anticipation of this Fed rate cut. Here's that reaction, bullish reaction. Literally, all you got to do is draw a line across the top to know, is the reaction bullish or is it something else? In this case, big volume here with an even bigger volume reaction bar. Yep, market's bullish, technology. And note there was that signal which set off this whole sideways box range. Has the NASDAQ broken out? No, but we've got a bullish start. Crypto. Yep, rebound in crypto. There's a bullish bar right there. Maybe crypto's bottoming, but Ethereum, if you love Ethereum, you should be buying it here, but most of us don't love it. So, keep an eye on it. FFTY, bullish reaction, box breakout right there. A very short box, 1, 2, 3 weeks, and boom. But it's still, this is a proxy for growth stocks, still moving higher, bullish. China, the virus came from China. This here's a box breakout. Now it's a box within a giant box, but still that's a valid box breakout range. Minimum of 3 bars, and boom, breakout. China's getting a little more bullish. Okay, does that mean the world economy is getting a little more bullish? Maybe so. Gold keeps going higher, and I don't blame it one bit, because the value of the dollar is still, getting punished by the Federal Reserve. They're not doing any favors by printing more money. But so gold, definitely in a bull market here. And in gold terms, our purchasing power has definitely dropped. So one way to hedge the macro stuff is to buy gold. And clearly investors have been doing so for a while. So gold is definitely bullish. High yield bonds, moving higher, sort of confirming that, the economy is improving. If junk bonds can make their payments, that's bullish. It's when junk bonds can't make their payments and they all start going bankrupt. That's bearish. But in this case, box breakout, moving higher. That's a bullish sign for the market. Insurance, the greatest sector of mankind. The greatest hidden sector for your long-term portfolios. We had here, this is a bullish hammer pattern. So we got a box breakout moving higher, bullish hammer with a bullish upward resolution. Buy insurance. I bought some insurance in the family trust, and so far it's been paying off. The family loves me more. IBIT for Bitcoin, sideways range. It was breaking down here, but rebounded back into the box. Super duper bullish? Not really, but at least it's not bearish. Software, IGV, here's a market leader with a box breakout right here and a yellow bar buy signal the week before. If you're looking for leaders, there's an excellent chance you'll find them in software. This is how we read market signals. Got this written right here. Bull signals, bear signals. And why do I not have any box ranges on this one? Well, watch what I'm going to do. I am going to restart the program. Sometimes you got to do that with TC2000. Probably just didn't load, but it's an easy program. I love this program. If you don't use it, look into it. It's not expensive either. Hey, there's my box range. Housing. Blue bar bullish signal with a bullish resolution. However, that's not super duper bullish because it closed in the lower half of the bar, but still bullish. And you had your launch signal right there. You had the other launch signal right here. So you could have held this, but it got a little tough in there. But again, nothing outrageously bearish. Where are we? And by the way, I'm trying to do this, get through this fast because we got a lot of charts to look at. Micro caps. White bar sell signal, a rebound to an inside bar, and now a bullish resolution. Not the strongest one, but still on the bull side. IWM, same deal. It's moving higher, but not the most, definitely not your number one bull market sector, etc. Healthcare. So healthcare has been moving up. When everything was dropping, healthcare had a box breakout here, moving higher. A pink bar warning signal here, but it didn't really amount to much. But what it has done, now it's gone at minimum 3 weeks, I can draw a box around this range. So now it's simply going sideways, forming a Darvas box. Chances are, in my opinion, this will resolve higher, but sideways for the moment. But ultimately, healthcare has been a fantastic winner. If we go to monthly chart, just looks fantastic. Look at that trend ever since 2011 when Obama screwed up healthcare in the United States and made it all 10 times more expensive. Yay, Democrats. Yay, Obama. Prick. Transports. Now, the transports didn't really take off. This is actually a bearish looking bar here. So it went up, came back down. It probably reflects that, yeah, the economy is going to get a little better, but it's not there yet. And that's probably indicative that a rate cut was probably needed, but it's going to take time for the economy to react to it. So that's a good ticker, IYT, to really gauge how's the overall economy doing versus technology stocks. So the economy is probably going to get a little bit of a boost, but nothing spectacular. Fizz, this is another for gold. When I sold it back here, now I really feel like a dum-dum. Now that it's gone up even more, but it is what it is. QQQs, technology. There's that yellow bar buy signal. You see how the market was telling you, buy technology, NASDAQ, IGV, yellow bar, QQQ. Where do you think you should be focusing your attention? Hey, how about technology? The market is telling us, look at technology. Equal weighted QQQ, still moving higher, but no breakouts. On an equal weighted basis, we did not get a yellow bar signal. So that tells me that within the NASDAQ, there are some sectors that are going to do great and some that won't in tech. And we already know that software sector has a signal. There is another signal. How about SMH, semiconductors? Does that look all that great? No, not really. So that's how we learn the split between where and technology. Hey, how about software? Semiconductors don't got it. Look at that, sideways, no signals, no real action. But software, ooh, signal, breakout. That's how we can distinguish between the two. RSP, equal weighted S&P, look at that, moving higher. Had the breakout right there. Looks good. Short-term interest rates. When this goes up, that means short-term rates are going down. So yeah, there's some of the impact of Fed cuts. And look how now it's been retraced. Rates started going up here when inflation started taking off. And when this goes down, that means rates are going up. So in this case, rates are coming down. There's semiconductors again, sideways. Not much action in semiconductors. S&P 500, box breakout, and positive follow through with volume. So again, the idea that the market is bearish, no, I just don't see it. I was leaning maybe, but now when you review the charts and you see this, no. The answer is bullish. You got to be bullish. Spies sort of confirming, same action. Sentiment. Okay, this is crazy. People are just nuts. We were at a big negative sentiment. We went all the way back to the top sentiment, and now we're coming back down from it. People, just gotta control your emotions. This is like gauging market emotions. It's just all over the place. I much prefer steady Eddie, but people get scared and so easily. It's crazy. 200-day moving average sentiment, looks pretty good. Keeps rising. How about 40-day average sentiment? Back to highs, but look at these swings. Up, down, up, down. It's just a roller coaster. Tan, last week, this reclaim of the box on volume I thought was overall bullish. All right. And I agreed to stop making fun of the solar sector. But look at this signal right here. That is a bearish shooter bar on some volume. That puts the solar sector back to the laughing out loud. And that's a potential bearish signal. And maybe it means that solar is going back down. Either way, the tan solar is an avoid. Treasuries. Look at that. Interesting. A pink bar, sit up and pay attention signal with a bearish tilt. And this is for 20-plus year T-bonds. So with rates going down, you'd think that this would keep rising the price, but no, it changed. So the long end of the curve, there's some different things going on than the short end. Interesting. The VIX going crazy these last few weeks, but now looks like it's coming back down, as you can see right there. Market's settling down. REITs, moving higher. Okay, whatever. Not that interested in them. Housing moving up, but sort of herky-jerky, nothing special. Oil and gas going sideways. Recovered from a breakdown there. Nothing special. Financials. Financials are impacted by bonds and bond rates and yields. Well, looks higher. A lot of shake, but some people got shake and baked in here on the Fed, but pointed higher. And 3 weeks, that's enough to form a Darvas box. And it looks like it's probably going to break out higher. And interestingly enough, when we think about the long term on the financial sector, everything changed back here in November of 2023 when the market turned overall bullish. There's your yellow bar signal. If you've been long that ever since, you've been riding a wonderful trend. And let's see. Oh, that's the last from the indexes. Okay, let's now get into list 2, textbook Darvas box breakout leaders. And this list, look at the size of this list. These are stocks that qualify under the certain chart pattern of a box breakout. This is a big list. This tells me, yeah, the market is bullish. Okay, first one, AAOI. I own some of this. We had a box breakout last week here. Some shake and bake action, but still bullish. I tried it once the week before, but then went to it again, and so far so good. I'm long. Box breakout in this one, police cameras and police stuff. Box breakout moved higher. You see the theme that's coming? Mr. Bill here. This technically is a Darvas box breakout again. Broke out here. Tried to go, failed, breakout again. Is this my favorite stock? No. But it meets the criteria and I've been watching it, so I listed it. BLND. Box breakout here. Barely did it, but it did it. I've traded this twice. I've owned it here, sold here, bought here, sold here. I didn't buy this again just because I was busy. I was in Dallas, Texas this past week, but we might have to buy it on Monday. But it's a valid Darvas box breakout. Berkshire, BRKB. So breakout here. I kept it around despite this little mini failure. Went up to here, and now sort of sideways action. This stock is a great representative of the overall economy, and now we have a box range. And you know what? Because it's in a box range now, I'm taking it off this list. Okay, this one, a little darling on retail. CORZ, box breakout last week. Confirmed it this week, but on the day of the Fed meeting, this one was down, so I wouldn't blame anybody if you sold it. I tried it, and it was just a little too hard. Again, with the breakout, probably we should be buying it, but I let it pass. Carvana. Tough one to trade, a great one if you bought it properly and stuck with the long-term trend. Darvas box breakout. See, there it is right there. 1, 2, 3, boom. Housing, DHI. Big yellow bar signal, big box breakout signal. Now a little contrary right here. One of the concerns was just because interest rates go down, does that mean people are going to start buying houses in greater quantities? I don't know. And I'm guessing the market isn't sure either, because you had some selling on that, which is interesting. But it's still in a bullish trend. This one, KVYO, box breakout. Oh, I should have marked the circles that it did. Breakout in big volume, breakout in big volume. That is how you get an uptrend. LMT, box breakout here, big uptrend here, and this here is a bullish hammer bar signal. So it's hammer time on LMT. If it trades higher, buy it. Above the high, buy it. That's your trading signal. If you miss this whole run here, you had one chance to buy it here, and now you're getting another chance here. The market gives you plenty of opportunities. MDB, always a bull market on MDB, right? Box breakout, but a little contrary trading action here. This is not my favorite stock at this point. This already had a big run, and now it's in the shake and bake action. Would this be my number one bullish one? Absolutely not, because the stock traded higher up here. But in the short term, it's got a box breakout, but it appears to be getting weaker. Meta, Facebook, sideways range, box breakout, very bullish. Oracle, box breakout on big volume, super duper bullish. And by the way, have you seen Larry Ellison, the CEO? Dude's like in his 80s, and he looks younger than people in their 50s. It's amazing. Guess it pays to have $200 billion. But huge box breakout. But look how just bullish it is. And notice here, way back in here, you had your starting signal, go time. If you bought there and managed to hold it, trend follow, it got a little tough in here, but if you managed to hang on to it, look at that. You'd have made 100 points. PI, I do own this one. Box breakout with a very bullish follow through. Look at that volume. I love it. This, people, is how you do it. Box breakout. Well, this is textbook. This is why this list is called the textbook Darvas box breakout. This is exactly what Nicholas Darvas in this book talked about. You had up, down, up, down, up, down, and then finally prices burst through to new highs on volume. That's it. PLTR, box breakout, big volume. And I saw that their CEO is selling a bunch of stock. Well, he's rich, so why not? Does the market care? No. Demand is huge on this one. Race, Ferrari. So this one's came down a little bit, but still bullish. Box breakout here. Yeah, this could be a new box. I'll give this one more week because I like to see the lows get set. That's probably going to stick, but I'll give it one more week. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not. I'm going to move it out. I changed my mind. So the list is a little smaller, but that's okay. What do we got? RKLB. Oh, yeah, Rocket Lab. Moved higher, but sort of a little indecision here. This is one where on the monthly chart, it was breaking out. Box breakout here, but volume, we're just going to see if that sticks in. But so far, so good. Roku. Not that me or anybody else is buying Roku, but look at that. Box breakout, moving higher. Bullish. The market is bullish. RDX. Defense. Yeah, I suppose that could be a little box range. I'll move this out too. Let's be fair. Let's be consistent. SE. I own this one. Box breakout. Look at that, moving higher. Now volume I wish was a little bigger, but Darvas box breakout, making money. Money for nothing. Shark Ninja, box breakout here. Look at this just go. That's a wonderful growth stock. Spotify, moving higher. Yes, this is a box breakout here, and it didn't do anything wrong in these. Got a little tough, but it's overall looking good. TKO, same deal. Box breakout. Little sideways, but now moving higher again. Uber, box breakout. Little tough in action in here, but that's overall it's bullish. Not the strongest breakout, but Upstart, box breakout here, and this has formed a sideways box. So this is going to go back to list number 6. But as you can see, the action in prices was overall this week, it was overall very bullish. URI equipment leasing. Box breakout, moving higher. This is good for the economy, overall economy. Walmart, box breakout here. Yeah, a little negative reaction here. You see that volume, but nothing crazy, nothing to get concerned about. And yeah, box breakout, uptrend. So as you can see, looking very bullish. Now let's go to list 3. These are bullish signals which have occurred but aren't the textbook breakout pattern. Look at the list of bullish stuff which I put on last night. Moved them around. This is why I want to whip through a lot of these charts, because they're all going to be bullish in some way. Apple, bullish blue bar signal. Now, sometimes this can be followed with a red bar down, but that's some big volume, so it makes this list. ANET, box breakout. Oh, but volume was low. Therefore, it's on list 3 and not list 2. But new highs, look at that right there. APP. I know Matisse is in this one, and some others as well. And look at that. That's just from this low here to this high here. That's a 60 point. That's a double. If you're buying all the way down here. But that just looks phenomenal. Look at that volume. New highs. Now, ARM is not as bullish. You had a yellow bar signal last week. And what did it do? It didn't go higher. It failed. It went lower. And it formed an inside weak. But to me, this is not so good. So this stock will stay on this list for one more week, and then we'll see if this resolves. What are the odds this resolves downwards? But this here is a trade setup. It's a setup if you want to trade it bearish. Well, there's your level right there. Or if you're still bullish on this, there's your trade marker right there also. That's how this works. And look at this. We didn't have to react during the week. We didn't have to immediately slam a ticker on and try to make a decision in the moment. No, man, we can plan the trade if we want to do anything. Set your alerts. Maybe the alerts don't go off. But this is an unexpected reaction, in my opinion. We had a strong signal and a sort of a contrary reaction. As opposed to this one, to Broadcom. We had a selling signal here, and now, boom, back to a breakout signal here. And actually, is this a box breakout? It came up to here. What's the high? Whoop. 165.72 close, 166.36 close. Okay, so I might use this as an anchor. My minimum requirement is 3 bars. 1, 2, boom. So yeah, not a box. If I use this one, then 1, 2, 3, boom. That would be a textbook, but it's not. But either way, strong yellow bar bullish signal and a bullish reaction. Earlier this morning, I was talking to a hedge fund friend of mine, JJ, and he was a buyer of this one down in here. Great trade, JJ. You rock. And that's because he saw things from a deeper perspective than I did just by looking at surface charts. But he was a buyer in there, and he's sitting on a great trade. Let's see. You want to see something here on Broadcom? I'm a signals-based trader. If you want to look at signals, this here was an earnings gap down. And then right here, you're looking for your signal. This is what he saw, amongst other things. That there is a bearish hammer pattern. Excuse me, not bearish, bullish. That's a bullish hammer pattern right there. 1 bar after, a gap down. That's just telling you the market's saying, whoa, 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 and it's giving you signals. Then it was up the next day, and then the next day it gave a yellow bar buy signal. Great trade, JJ. BLDR, housing. Yeah, look at that. Not the strongest signal, but boom, man, this one's going up big time. I guess people are going to be buying houses. The bros had a inside bar signal right here. It resolved bullishly here, and now it keeps moving higher. So you see signals and reaction to signals. If you can become a signals-based trader, your life will just become so much more manageable, and investing will be easier. Take my word for it. You don't need to be drawing trend lines like, oh, the trend line here and this and that, because this is what happens on trend lines. You go, it's in the trend line, and then something bad happens, and then they simply move the trend line. Oh, there's the trend line. Or maybe here's the trend line. I don't know. Instead, if you can switch to signals, I think you'll like it better. Give it a try. Kava, moving higher. And by the way, here's a signal. Inside bar right here, resolved to the upside, moving higher. This here was a lot of selling, but okay. Selling, okay, that week, but what did it do the next week? Inside bar. The selling did not continue, which is a signal itself. CEG, big news on 3 Mile Island. I kind of predicted that companies would want to own their own power sources for AI and all that, and I guess it's coming true. To be honest, I didn't know that CEG owned 3 Mile Island. Did anybody know that? I didn't. But look at that. Big move in the stock there. Costco. Box breakout here, low volume. That's why it's on this list. And like Walmart, a little bit of contrary reaction. But I will bet that this next week, this resumes marching higher. May not, but I don't know. 1 bar at a time. How are we doing on time here? 11:55. Okay. Cruising right along. Crocs, yellow bar buy signal. In the middle of the box, but if you like the Crocs. Dash moving higher. Dell. Inside signal resolved higher. Nothing spectacular. Look at that volume. But Dell looks okay. DOCN, yellow bar signal, moving higher, moving to the top of its Darvas box. I crapped on solar, but ENPH had a hammer bar here, a bullish yellow bar signal. The only negative, instead of closing at the top here, it closed way down here in the bar range. So probably not the strongest signal. But as we saw, solar, just as an industry, as a sector, it kind of sucks. So why bother? FSLR, yellow bar buy signal, finally gets a box breakout, but low volume. Doesn't grab me. However, if you bought it, you'll probably make some money on this. But is this going to is this going to double? No, I don't see it. We'll see. This is how you can be discerning in your stock selection. This was very exciting back here. What did it do? It went nowhere. It then dropped out of the box and then went sort of herky-jerky sideways. How good is FSLR really? Well, it's not awful. But does this make the #1 list? Well, we know that the sector isn't doing very well. And we know that the market told us that technology and software are the real exciting areas. So that's why, even though this has a signal, maybe you want to focus on other areas. GE moving higher. Geo. So Geo had a signal. It didn't go bullish. In fact, it went to an inside. So this actually, yeah, I don't know about it. I'll leave it one more week on this and see if it resolves down, it's gone. If it resolves up, great. This one, GEV, signal right here. Definitely a strong resolution to that signal. Look at that one go. You could have bought at 205 and you're already up 40 points, 20% in 2 weeks. Not too shabby. GM, signal moving higher. Google with the stick save right here, moving back higher in its box. IonQ with the signal moving a little bit higher. That's very speculative, but hey, keep an eye on it. Moving higher. Net bullish yellow bar signal. Netflix moving higher. You see, you get the gist of it. The market is just bullish. So if you read bearish headlines, you're gonna have a hard time resolving the bearish tweets with the bullish market action. Software is the leader, right? Here's the leader in software, ServiceNow. Look at that. Not a textbook box breakout. There was a textbook breakout here, but it formed a box immediately after. But all it's doing is moving higher. Lovely. This little guy, very speculative. Oh, no, steel, sorry. I thought this was a different one. Hammer time signal. Well, green bar didn't really resolve. It resolved bullish, but barely. So the overall economy hasn't really reacted as much. Not as much as technology has. Shoes moving higher. Shopify. I tried trading this in here and it just didn't stick. But with a bull market, anything is possible. But notice the volume is low, but overall positive. Tesla, inside week with a bullish resolution. Nothing too exciting as volume is low, but moving higher with the market. VRT, yellow bar buy signal here, bullish resolution. Weatherford. So I actually bought this one. Signal, and then reaction to signal. Basically, I saw it pull back all the way to here, and it occurred to me, I don't have anything in this sector, etc. This is oil, energy, oil and gas equipment. So I figured, what the hell, let's try it. So far, so good. The other reason why, to back up on this, the other reason why here is if this turns into a long-term hold and it starts moving back up, then actually this might be a really great buy because this is a top name in the sector. Their financial numbers look great, but it's just in an off sector. So we'll see. The little wolf, there's a blue bar signal. See how it reacts next week. The Zeta, look at that. Bang, 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 bang. Higher. ZS. It rebounded back into the box on a big green volume that's overall bullish. So it makes this list. Okay. So as you can tell, there's lots and lots of bullish stocks. So are we getting bullish? Yeah. How about bearish signals? Well, there are some bearish signals out there. So is the market, crazy bullish? No. AEHR. Look at that. breaking its Darvas box to the downside. And it's stocks like this where you look at them and you're like, what happened? What went wrong? Bull signal here, big breakout here, big buying here. And then it stopped. And now it's just going back down. Where'd all these buyers go? Are they not interested anymore? Did something change? I don't know. But this is a case study in why you don't automatically buy pullbacks unless you get a valid signal. There is a signal here, but it was very short-lived. You would have been stopped out pretty fast. But beyond that, there's nothing. So that leads into it. If you're a signals trader, you've got to wait for the signal. And even if something bullish happens, it may not be right. So wait for the signal. Oop. ASTS, retail favorite. Bearish signal here, bearish signal here. Rebound, everybody's like, yeah, it's back, baby. But now an inside bar and potentially looking like it's going to break to the downside. Incredible run where it started here with a box breakout, but you ride it up here and then you get a strong signal, and that's where you sell and step off. And you make the headaches into somebody else's headaches. So, looks a little bearish to me. Sell H, I'm still short this one. Box breakdown here, just keeps going down. So I set an alert for the top here. It triggered on the gap open right here. And, well, triggered here and then here. But each time it triggered, you know, all you got to do is give it, 15 minutes and see if it sticks, and it doesn't stick. So I'm still short. And it looks like it's maybe poised to go down more. So that's how you trend follow. Coin, different case altogether. I was short coin from up here. Looking great down here. A rebound with an inside bar. Triggered to the upside and actually stuck around that level. So that tells you time to cover. And I made about 30 points on this one, about 15%. But that's, trading via signals. DJT, I love Donald Trump. I'm voting for him, but the stock, it's not looking so good. A signal there with some volume, and all it did was resolve lower. Whoops. He never should have started tweeting on Twitter. ELF, I'm short ELF still. Did it do anything to make me want to cover it this past week? No. Did it hit the top level there? No. So now I move my alert to there. And this here is a bearish looking shooter bar. I think ELF is going down a lot more. It's a combination of high market cap and low growth. GH keeps going down lower, nothing special. Just look at this. Sell, 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 sell. GME. How many people are radically into GME? It's the greatest stock that ever lived, right? Yeah. Pink bar signal. It did have an inside bar reaction. But remember, inside bars are 50-50. This could go up or it could go down. We'll see. This little guy, IREN, pink bar, down, nothing crazy, and now we got a bearish shooter bar. ML, big drop down here. I stupidly traded it, but then rectified that quickly. Hasn't done anything. Stays on the list. New piece of crap stock, Moderna. Big box breakdown. Pink bar signals. Now another signal. If you're looking for a short, this may be it. So I do shorts to balance out my longs, and I may be putting this one on because remember I covered coin, and this is just screaming lower. Red, 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 red. So I'm probably going to short this first thing tomorrow, on Monday, excuse me. NVIDIA, okay. Pink bar signal, I shorted it here, coming down here, but I covered here just because, you know, I'm not stupid. I see tech stocks roaring back. But what does it do this past week? It's down, and it forms an inside week. We may have to go after this one again. There are your triggers right there. What's the number? If NVIDIA goes lower than 113, short it. That's all you need to do. Conversely, if it goes above at like 119, buy it. But again, this is how we see signals in advance and we can plan. Roblox with, unfortunately, a bearish shooter bar signal. I'm long this one, so I'm not real happy to see that, but we'll see if it triggers. If it triggers, well, then I'll be bailing with a smidge profit. The whole idea, don't lose money. Rivian, white bar sell signal and a box breakdown, very bearish. Root signal here, which it triggered but didn't close anywhere, and now it's a box breakdown. SMCI, it all changed back here, going down, 50-50 inside bar, but if this one keeps going down, there's your shorting level. Snow, I'm still short this one. Pig red volume for the week. This one, it's just a matter of time where this one's going lower, in my opinion. So you see how I can have shorts on during an insanely bullish Fed cut week and still make money. If you read the signals on the chart correctly, your odds, probabilities of making money go up exponentially. Stinger, box breakdown, look at that. Nothing bullish there. So we've got a market with a lot of new breakouts, but if you don't believe in the market, there are still some stocks you can bet against, which aren't going to go in a bull market. But there's something for everyone. So hopefully this has, looks pretty clear to you and you're nodding your head, yeah, I totally get it. All right, let's get into some viewers and charts they wanted me to look at. Flute? I don't know this one. Flutter Entertainment, I've never heard of this. Oh, gambling. Oh, okay. On the weekly yellow bar buy signal, I'd probably look at this as like a box range like that. So that's probably a breakout. And let's look at this on the monthly. This is a $40 billion company. I've never heard of it. Monthly. Yeah, I guess I'd call it something like, start way back here. Well, you'd have to do a lot of box work on that. So, yeah, that looks probably normal. Yeah, box breakout, strong breakout. Nice pick. What's next? RYTM. Oh, biotech. I don't like biotechs. Biotechs are just such a pain in the ass to trade. That's bullish because you've got an inside bar and a bullish resolution. And again, this is monthly, so you're probably looking something like that. On the weekly, probably looking something like that. Yeah, it's bullish breakout, but it's biotech. It's so hard. I hope it works out for you. How about on this one? Zim. Sideways action. No signals whatsoever. I've tried Zim a couple times way back here. I got spanked both times. So I kind of gave up. This right here, yeah, not much happening on the monthly either. I hate to say it, but Zim doesn't look all that exciting at the moment. Here we did CEG, we did this one, we did that one. Let's look at Powell. Powell Industries. Yeah, I would call that a box like there on monthly and weekly. It's not an easy one to trade, something like that. But overall, moving up. What's the other one? PRCT. Biorobotics. I've never heard of this one. This has a market cap of $4 billion. God, isn't it amazing? Stocks you'd never hear about. Let's look at the monthly. Moving higher. Well, I could call it this a box range. I don't know, man. It's bullish. It's moving up, but I know nothing about this. Call that. Yeah, I guess you'd call that a box breakout right there, and it's moving higher. Well, good pick. You should be making money. RKLB. I think we talked about that one. Yeah, we did. RKT. Oh, Rocket Mortgages. Yeah, look at that. That there is a breakout. So it's moving higher, and at this point, it's formed another box range. I think the big question is, you see on the Fed week here, are people going to rush to get new mortgages and rush to buy new homes? I think the jury is still out on that question. I don't know. And the market is saying perhaps they don't know either, and they're not so sure, because look at that big red sell bar. The monthly is sort of positive, but not crazy positive. So yeah, I'd say it's an open question whether they're going to get the business that they think they're going to get. If you just put a trade on in here, I would say you may be selling it. If you put it on down in here, you may want to consider taking your profit. That's my opinion. We did take TKO. We'll do one from each list. How about B? I don't know what EDR is. Oh, no, what was the other one? BX? Okay, BX. I know BX, Blackstone. Well, moving up. Higher. And I guess on a monthly we could call it something like that. Somewhere. Either way, it's up. How about AXP, American Express? American Express moving up, going up. I'll give you one more. I'll toss you a bone. Let's do KKR. These are all financials. Financials are all moving higher. Higher, moving up. So, looking good here. What's that? Boot. Oh, moving higher. We're on monthly. Not quite like that, but you get the gist. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly just moving up. And look at that. You had your start signal, but way back here at 75. Nah, call it 80. And now it's at 160. That's a nice double. Hang on to that one. Looks like it's going higher. Last one, LNTH. La 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 la. Okay, box breakout here. Moved up with the big pullback. So at the moment, this one is in a sideways box range. No real signals or anything. It's got a positive uptrend, yeah, but no real signals that I would consider. Monthly looks good though. Look at that. Breakout moving higher. Overall good, but we know that the market really wants us to look at software. But not a bad pick. Let's see. I was going to show you one more last thing. S&P 500 estimates. So we're almost at the end of the month, which is also the end of the quarter. We got estimates from the 13th there. We're almost at 99% reported. And we're looking great. The only issue is on valuations. See right here, 26, 28, 29. That's bubble territory. But you know what? If growth keeps going, the market's not flashing any bearish signals, so I'm expecting growth to continue. Soon I will remove this, move it down to here, and then we'll have more data, and hopefully the data comes in bullish. So, but again, overall picture is that the market is bullish. The charts are bullish with a few exceptions. So that's my interpretation, how I think you should view this upcoming week. So that's it for the weekend review. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.